Hi everyone, my name's Annette.
My name's Alex.
And welcome to 2020 Production Showcase. We'll be your hosts for today's show.
This show is a production put on by the students of BTST 140 Studio Production in the Broadcast Electronic Media Arts Department.
We're broadcasting live from San Francisco. Where are you joining us from? Please drop it in the chat. See, is anybody? Hello. Drop in the chat if you're from anywhere.
We got a lot of people today.
Oh, we got Stockton joining us. Stockton's in the house. San Francisco. Bernal. Oh, I can see you from my house. Glen Park, Planet Earth. Got a lot of people joining from apartments.
All right. Well, but in all seriousness,
Tokyo. Sorry, had to call that one out.
Tokyo is one of my favorite places. But in all seriousness, if you're a student, faculty, friend, family member, or you're just stumbled in, we hope you're at home safe and sound and that you enjoy the showcase for putting on these crazy times. But to start us off, I like to pass the mic to my fellow classmate, Noel, who will introduce our first segment.
Hi, everybody. I'm Noel. I'm also a broadcast major student, and I'm proud to introduce our first set of videos. Now, these videos come from our first class assignment, and in this assignment, we divided our class into teams of 2, but each student still had to make their own video with the help of their assigned partner. So, are you ready to see what we've been up to these last 5 months? Because here's the first 8 videos. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video production Twitch finale. And please put your comments in the chat room below, and because we'd love to hear what you have to say. All right, take it away, Johnny.
Hello, I'm Luis Camacho, and I'm here in sunny San Mateo, where I'm about to drop into one of the last full-service video stores in the United States, Captain Video. I'm here at Captain Video with Ira Belfer, owner and manager. Ira, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was brought up in Brooklyn, New York, and I moved to California in the late 70s. I worked in the record business for about 10 years, and video was just exploding at that point. And VHS and Beta were the first formats that were really expanding. And my dad helped finance this store, and we started in 1985, March 23rd, 1985. And here we are, 2020, and I'm still here. The formats have changed. The customers have changed. Some have passed away, some have moved on, but some have come back. So I'm still doing what I did 35 years ago.
That's amazing. Tell me what it's like to run a store for such a long time. What drives you? What motivates you?
I've been here for 35 years, and I want to make people happy. And by doing that, I provide a service for people. And that's, in most businesses these days, there's no such thing as service. It's all about machines and computers and, press 1, press 2, press 3. I'm a living human being. I have a lot of knowledge, and I try to help people find things that they can't find anyplace else. That's why they come to my store again and again and again. Can you find me? Yes, of course I can.
Ira, do you see a future for the medium, DVD, VHSs?
It's hard to say right now. Everything is still up in the air. As long as the theaters remain closed, there's very little new product coming out, and that's what drives my business is new releases. I do very well with older films because I give the service to people who are looking for movies they can't find anyplace else, because everybody's under misconception that every movie is available to stream or every movie is available on their cable box in some shape or form, which is very untrue.
It's a pleasure being with you, Ira, today, and thank you so much for the time you took.
Thank you, and hopefully you can get the word out.
Hey, everybody. It's been a long time. Couldn't shoot in the studio, but we got it right now. That's right, and I got a good show for you. We got the B-Stick. He's in the house. Peter Stickney, that's right. We're gonna do this. Oh! Man, that was a great documentary. Very powerful. But it really wasn't just the church's story. It's your story. So what's going through your mind when the phone finally starts ringing?
Good question, Noel. That it was really amazing and powerful moment, and very emotional, and quite frankly overwhelming. But this is just a huge project and a huge honor to do this film documenting Seventh-day Adventist kinship history.
So you work on the picture for a little over a year. You get great reviews. Now the phone's ringing. But what's next for Peter Stickney?
Good question, Noel. That I'm giving that a lot of thought and deciding what might be next. Different ideas and different options are coming forward. And I just know that I really enjoyed this process, the passion that the people had of their life stories, the passion and the pain of people's life stories coming from LGBT background or being allies of LGBT people. And so I'm really looking for something else that has that kind of passion.
All right. Oh, that's my cue. Hey, thanks for coming in, Peter. I got to thank my sponsors, CCSF and the Career Foundation. Keep coming. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time. Be safe.
Hi, and welcome to BEMA Presents. My name's Tracie Faith, and my guest today is Sanjay Pardanani. Sanjay, thanks for being here.
Tracie, hi, it's my pleasure.
At first, of course, I want to know what brought you to BEMA and, City College in the first place.
Yeah, thanks for asking. So I actually have been doing digital media work in my job at a nonprofit education research and development organization. I didn't have any formalized training, but I've been doing audio and now some video work for about 13 years. And I really wanted to sort of formalize my education and build on my skill set. And I discovered that City College had all these great classes. And of course, being a San Francisco resident, they're free. So it was a pretty easy sell to my agency to take the class.
Well, and I understand that you're pretty heavily into music. Does your education here, how is that going to play as far as your music goals are concerned?
Well, I've been a semi-pro musician in San Francisco and the Bay since about 1997, and I really enjoy that. It's my creative outlet. I think that what I'm doing here in BEMA is really going to benefit my day job, as it were. But that being said, having these skills might really come in useful if we want to, make some videos, just do some high-quality audio recording for demos or an album or who knows what. So yeah.
Well, and so with the recent advent of COVID-19, how is that going to affect your plans?
Well, as we know, we can take classes in BEMA remotely, so that's been working out pretty well. I haven't really felt too much of a difference with that at the moment. In terms of music, well, that's been an issue, but actually now things are kind of turning around and I'm starting to play gigs outdoors. Already played 2, and I've got my 3rd one coming up this Saturday. So, we're all kind of adjusting, and while the weather's still nice, outdoor gigs it is.
Outdoor gigs it is. Okay. Well, we wish you all the best. That'll do it for us. I'm Tracie Faith, and my guest tonight was Sanjay Pardanani. Thanks for being here, Sanjay.
I really appreciate it. Thanks, Tracie.
All right.
I'm Annette, and I'm here with Anthony from the Moonwalkers. Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm here today with Anthony from the Moonlanders. He is a recording artist, an advertising tech person, and a cat lover. Anthony, which of those 3 would you say is most important to your identity?
Cat loving. Takes a good person to know a cat. Cats are hard to get to know and they have to trust you.
Do you feel sometimes like the song you're working on is like a feral cat you're trying to court?
Yeah, and just with the feral cat, you have to be okay with letting the feral cat go if the feral cat doesn't like you or doesn't vibe with you. It's a slow process and it makes you have to be in the moment as you learn a cat's love and get to understand who they are as a cat, I take that same approach to my music.
How important is it to you that you make it in music? Let me give you a hypothetical. Let's say you were able to express yourself perfectly in songs and make a living off of your music, but in exchange, you had to murder a cat with your hands every week.
I don't think I could kill the cats.
Wow, sounds like you are not dedicated to your music.
I care about being an artist. I think I enjoy creating. If I ever made money off of it, it'd be nice. I'd like more if people respected me as an artist and I respected myself as an artist and saw myself when I'm in this space of creation that I love to be in, and I feel that, and that's what ends up inspiring me to be what we think as a successful artist. So I think I could get there without murdering cats.
That is pretty inspiring, actually, a beautiful sentiment, but I would just like to present an alternative view. Money over pussy. Is there anything else you would like the viewers to know about?
We're coming. 2020 was a tough year for all of us. I want everyone to know out there that we're all going to be okay, and you're all going to know who I am in 2021. Bling, blang, boom. Bling, blang, boom.
Thank you so much for your time, Anthony, and best of luck with Moonlanders.
Hello, and welcome to our show on how to get started to play guitar. And this is my first guest, Miss Giselle Bautista, and I would like everyone to get to meet her. So, Giselle, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, I'm Giselle. I am not a complete expert with playing guitar, but I do have some background knowledge about things I wish I knew, things I did know, and just a little bit of like stuff I know about guitar and that I would like to share today.
Nice, and thank you. And fun fact, Giselle was actually the friend that convinced me to start this whole journey. So I'm very grateful for you for being here today and like giving some tips. And so I am gonna ask you the question. Hold on, give me just a second. But yes, I just wanted to ask you, so like if a person has a desire to start learning how to play the guitar, where do they start?
I think you should first look for what type of sound or tone you're reaching for. If you're looking for more of a retro rock or metal rock, classic rock, indie, more pop or anything, first you need to familiarize with the tone that you want to achieve with playing the guitar.
Interesting. And where did you get your guitar, or what would you recommend for beginners or to start looking?
Maybe because I'm biased because I love rock, but since rock kind of birthed the electric guitar, I feel like classic rock especially is probably one of the best places to start looking for tones to match or tones to try to replicate with the guitar.
Cool. I actually had no idea about that. And finally, I just want to ask you, for anyone who may be watching this, what are some tips that you wish you knew before you started learning how to play the guitar this year?
Something that I mentioned in the beginning, what tone do you want? Because some specific guitars are meant for more classic rock, some other guitars are meant for like an indie tone. Some guitars are meant for bigger hands, smaller hands, and the actual physical aspect of the guitar. What is best for you? You might want to learn indie tones, which I initially, wanted to do, but that might be not your style. So that's something I wish I knew, to go into learning guitar without any real expectations. Let the music kind of take control of what you can create instead of you trying to forcibly create a sound or tone that you want to make.
That is so great. Thank you, Giselle, for your time, and I hope we can see your progress more and get to see how you're doing, and hopefully you write a song in the future for us. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
We got Land Money Marriott sitting down with us on a PDS talk. So, how'd you get the money added to your name? Well, pretty much, you know, I be getting money. You feel me? Like my brother out here, be getting money. How was your trip to Oregon and being the only white guy in the van? That shit was sick, you know? Being out there with all my black brothers, it was an amazing time. And, you know, I'm used to that shit, but I feel like right now, especially, it was a blessing to be able to do that in the times we're in right now with all the shit we're going through. But yeah, that shit was hella fun. Where would you have gone on a trip if quarantine never happened? Definitely going to China. That's where the spots are. Top 5 skaters in 10 seconds. Let's go Carlie, Booznitz, Ashad, who else? You know, Rainey, and is that 5? And Austin. Remember when Avery flew out of your car? Good times, right? Shit, yeah, that was a good time. I mean, I didn't know he flew out the car until after I was done almost crashing into another whip. But he definitely flew out that window. What does the future hold for skateboarding and the Olympics? Olympics? Shit, man, that's just pushing the bar. The bar is gonna keep getting further. Well, shit, Lane, thanks for sitting on the bench, answering some questions. All good, still watching. Still motherfucking watching.
Hey everybody, it's me, Raul, with my friend that I met in high school, Arkishan Bandari. What's up? So, all right, tell everybody where you're from.
Okay, yeah, so I'm from El Cerrito, California. So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And I'm currently a student at Chico State University in Chico.
So, what are you studying in Chico?
Yeah, I'm majoring in computer science.
Yeah. So, what got you into computer science?
So like for the longest, I've always like thought I was gonna go pre-med. Like throughout whole high school, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do pre-med. So I didn't really focus on computer science. But like senior year of our high school, like I was like, I went to this like computer science room with my friends to just see what they were doing because it was like raining outside, so we had to like go inside and like I saw them coding on like doing one of their assignments, and I was like, oh, that seems really cool. I should like do something with that, like or just see like research more into it. Then I researched it and I found out like, oh, it's like you could do a lot with a computer science degree, and like, yeah, it's like really, I don't know the word, but it's like really useful. Like the degree, you could get into a lot of different industries with it. So I was like, yeah, this is one for me.
All right. So what are you trying to like? Where are you trying to work at like after you finish with Chico and like study?
Yeah. So after like, so I'm a second year right now, so I have 2 more years. So after I graduate, I want to like work at a top tech company. So like Google, Facebook, like those are like my top choices. But like the one place I really want to work at is Spotify. Like I feel like I could create like a higher impact if I work at Spotify rather than Google, because Google has a lot of people. So does Spotify, but I feel like that's because I'm really into like the hip hop rap industry. So I feel like I could have a higher impact because I'm actually like motivated about that topic.
All right. Well, those are all the questions I got for you today, Art. Thank you for being here. Thank you for so much for helping me out. All right, man. See ya.
So what'd you think? Pretty good, huh? But which was your favorite? Remember, we've got a live chat room and we'd love to hear what you think. So here comes the next set of group videos, and I'm sure you're going to love them as much as you did the other ones. Take it away, Johnny.
Hello, and welcome to Student Spotlight. I'm your host, Sanjay Pardanani. Today, my guest is my classmate, Tracie Faith. Tracie is a native San Franciscan and a writer, but now she's also taking classes and is working on video production and is a video editor. Tracie, welcome to Student Spotlight.
Thank you, Sanjay. Happy to be here.
So Tracie, how'd you become interested in the BEMA program and classes at City College?
Well, actually, I am the mother of one, and she has hit her 18th birthday and said you know, God, Mom, get a life. And I thought, well, to do that, I better get some classes in. I was in entertainment before. I looked around and found I was an analog girl in a digital world. So I came to CCSF to digitize and upgrade my skill set and get back in the game.
That's outstanding. I totally can relate. So I understand too, kind of on a personal note, that you definitely are interested in social justice, and I understand that Child Protective Services is something that is near and dear to your heart. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I just know how seriously and how important CPS is to our society in general, and they are unfortunately really unaccountable, and everything's done behind closed doors and on a confidential basis. And I just don't think that's right in this day and age. I think the transparency needs to be there. I think everyone needs to be accountable for their actions, including CPS. And I just have every intention to see that they are accountable and are transparent and are working for our collective good. It's really important.
Excellent. Really appreciate you sharing that with us.
My pleasure.
And to all our viewers out there, thanks for tuning in to Student Spotlight. I'm your host, Sanjay Pardanani. Until next time.
Welcome. You're hearing the music of Noel Scott. He's my guest today. He's a singer, songwriter, and actor. Let's meet Noel. Hi, Noel. Welcome.
Hi, Peter. How you doing? Nice to be here.
So you grew up in Hollywood. How was it? What was the journey, and how did you discover your passion for composing and performing?
It wasn't really a discovery. I've always loved music, always loved movies and the industry. I was really shy, and that was kind of what kept me from really stepping out there. And I moved out at a young age, and I was staying at my friend's house, 16 years old, sleeping on the couch, and nobody was at the house, and I saw myself dancing in the mirror. And that was all it really took to convince me that I should just, you know, stop being shy, grow up a little bit, and take my best shot.
So you do all this performing on stage. What's that like? At what point do this like really energizes you in this whole process of performing?
You know, there's a lot involved. Writing a song, getting a band together. Like I said, I caught myself dancing in the mirror, and that gave me the belief that going out and taking the next step.
Thank you, Noel. That's all the time we have. I'd like to thank our sponsors at BEMA, and thank you all for watching. And join us next time on the Inquiring Mind Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2 Minutes Interview Show. Today we have a special guest. She's the youngest director in Hollywood right now. Please welcome Karlie Renzulli.
Hello, nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to have you, Karlie. Thank you for joining us today. Here's the first question that everyone has been asking. What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Lord of the Rings, the first one by Peter Jackson, just because I feel like he brought fantasy into the real world really well.
And what is the worst movie that you have ever seen?
The worst movie I've ever seen is X-Men: The Dark Phoenix, just because the story writing was terrible.
What do you think, Karlie, is the cinema missing today?
I think the cinema is missing communications among the departments. They don't seem to work together very well anymore.
How do you know when a performance is good?
You know when a performance is good because you can read the actor's emotions through their eyes. They really convey emotions to their eyes.
What, in your opinion, is the most important quality for a film director?
I think the most important quality for a film director is to be able to communicate with all of their departments and get them all on the same page.
Thank you so much, Karlie and Renzulli, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Hi, everybody. My name is Maria Crispi. I am the producer of this interview with Cedric Daniega. He is my co-producer. He does video work very well, I might want to add. And I'm the audio girl. So we're going to do some interviewing and in the end wrap it up and call it a night. Anyway, Cedric, hi, how you doing tonight?
I'm good, Mary. How are you?
I'm doing good. So my first question is, what made you decide to get into film or video making?
Yeah, so ever since I was a child, I always wanted to just film little mini short films when it's with my little cousins. And, I think that the whole behind the scenes, I found it so fascinating. So I decided one day to take it very professionally, and I went ahead and bought my own video equipment. And, again, day by day, I'm still learning myself, and I'm still beginning to, take classes and increase my education in this industry.
So how has City College played a role in your work?
City College has definitely played a huge role in my work. With the previous classes I've taken, whether it's basic film production or American film studies, I think that it's taught me so much about cinema and film, and it's definitely broadened my spectrum on how I see and view film itself.
Well, you got some great answers. I really appreciate all your insight. My last question is, what are your plans after City College in terms of your video career?
Yeah, I definitely see myself, producing and directing films of my own. I definitely love to do that, and I hope that it gets somewhere and it gets, a lot of attention. Yeah.
Great. I really appreciate all your answers. So I'm going to wrap it up. I want to thank my co-producer, Cedric Daniega, me producing this. And Cedric, I've learned a lot about you. I want to sum up I'm the audio girl. You're also taking audio production, which I'd like to help you with, and you'll help me a lot with the video production. So I'm going to sign off and have a good night.
I'm here today with Luis Camacho, a teacher, student, and filmmaker, and a lifelong learner. How are you doing today, Luis?
Good, good. Happy to be here.
I'm glad you're doing well. You told me when we met that you were a teacher. Could you explain a little bit more about what you do?
Certainly. I am a high school social studies instructor. I am a school administrator as well. But first and foremost, I'm a frontline teacher. And I love it. Teaching is my life. And I think I was just born into this profession.
You also mentioned when we met that not only that you were a teacher, that you were also a filmmaker. Do you mind telling me a little bit more about how you do film?
Certainly, certainly. I discovered that filmmaking was an excellent tool to enhance learning in my students, and somewhere in the process I started realizing that for the kids to make their own films and would enhance the learning greatly. And so basically alternative ways of learning, alternative ways of teaching have really paid off in my career.
Oh, that's great. I think it's really cool how you've incorporated the students into your filmmaking process. One of your most recent projects involved a video store in San Mateo called Captain Video. Could you tell me a little bit more about how you found out about it and why you love it so much?
It was just by pure chance. I was visiting my uncle who was in the hospital when I spotted that sign, that VHS DVD sign. I certainly couldn't resist the call, and being a video lover, I went inside, and I've been hooked ever since. Stop by there regularly. I ordered DVDs, and I became good friends with the owner, a gentleman by the name of Ira, a fantastic guy. Has been there more than 35 years. I've been teaching for about 20, so I can relate to somebody being dedicated to his business for about 35 years. That's what got me attracted to that place.
Well, that's really cool, and I'm really excited to edit some of the footage you get from down there. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me today.
Certainly, certainly. Thank you so much, Kieran, and I certainly look forward to working with you on more projects, and welcome to the profession.
Hello everybody and welcome to 2-Minute Interviews. My name is Cedric Daniega and today I'm here with a very special guest. Her name is Crispi, aka my co-producer. Hello Mary, how you doing?
Hi Cedric, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. So, heard you're a station manager for a radio station in the Bay Area. Please tell us, what radio station are you involved in, and most importantly, what got you interested to be in the radio industry?
I am the station manager for KCSF Radio at City College of San Francisco. Our radio website is kcsf.caster.fm. I also run Magdalena Slope Community Radio through a website called radio.co, which is also the radio software. I got involved with radio through the BEMA Club, which we formed again in 2017 after the radio station had taken a hiatus for about 2 years.
Super great. And last question, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years career-wise?
Continue doing radio for sure. I'll be finishing my AST degree at City College of San Francisco, and I also plan on taking more courses in broadcasting as well.
Now, that is amazing. Well, I am wishing you the best of luck in your future career. Thank you so much for your time, Mary.
Thank you, Cedric. I enjoyed working with you.
Again, this is 2-Minute Interviews with Cedric Daniega, and thanks for watching.
Hello everyone and welcome to Cyber Awareness. Today I'm going to be interviewing cybersecurity expert and my father, Robert Renzulli. So tell me, Dad, why is it important to be aware of your cyber footprint?
So just like in real life, you don't want to walk up to a stranger and provide them your home phone number, your address, your social security number. So before you enter in any information at any of the shopping sites or social media sites, again, think before you enter that information in.
That makes sense. What is a way that you can protect your cyber footprint on social media?
The way to protect yourself and your digital footprint on the internet is to, again, think before you enter in any information into shopping sites, into social media sites like Facebook or Twitch or Twitter. Once you put information out there, it's like a tattoo. It's very difficult to remove and get back, and more often than not, it's permanently out there, and malicious actors out there will use that information against you.
I see. And lastly, how can you protect yourself when surfing on the web?
So you're all familiar with the different browsers out there, Internet Explorer, Chrome. There's one called Brave, which is based on the Chrome technology. It is designed to protect your digital footprint and your digital presence on the internet. So it blocks cookies, it blocks advertising, it blocks your location so that you can't be tracked. So that's just a good way of protecting yourself and anonymizing your surfing.
Thank you, Dad, for everything. That's all the time we have today. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you can protect yourself.
Thanks, Noel. Man, I love seeing those videos, getting to know everyone in the class. Viewers, what did you think? What were your favorites? I see people have been commenting the whole time. Let us know which was your favorite. Drop it in the chat, or which one, spoke to your soul. Let's see. A lot of compliments. That always feels good for people. Oh, proud professor. Aw. It was great to see everyone.
Those were all wonderful
videos. No one seems to, all of them. Very nice. Everyone did amazing. All were your favorite. That's cute, but we're not here to make everyone feel good. So somebody has to lose. Just put your least favorite video in the chat, actually. Put the ones you didn't like. I'm kidding. Ginger's was great. Love the good interview. Noel's getting a shout out, which is nice. Maybe for his intro and maybe for his video, maybe both.
Yeah, Noel.
I'm surprised I'm surprised only one person said my video is my favorite, because don't we all love our own?
Yeah.
Guitar interview is hella popular, it looks like. And
Yeah. I guess it's time to move on. Time for Beat the News. In this segment, 4 brave students were chosen to pitch and produce a unique news broadcast and have students take part in a creative role in the production of their choosing. So let's see how 4 teams choose to create 4 different news stories, shall we? Let's go.
Welcome to Bay Area Headline News with Sanjay Pardanani. Good afternoon and welcome to Bay Area Headline News. Today, we present a special segment on the displacement of members of our own community, gentrification, which disproportionately affects minorities and low-income people. Gentrification is defined as the process where wealthier newcomers displace residents of older, usually lower-income neighbors through rising rents, withdrawal of rental units, and an increase in the number of evictions. According to the annual San Francisco Rent Board report, there are an average of about 2,500 eviction attempts yearly. Homeless and housing advocates argue the figure is about 1,000 cases higher per year. Landlords who desire to profit on the higher rent market use a variety of tactics to get tenants in rent-controlled apartments to move out, usually by making cash payments. If such an agreement is reached, there is no court record of that unit re-entering the market at far higher rates. One such attempt was made in early 2017 by the owners of this building, located in a highly coveted spot in the Mission.
My name is Manuel, and I moved into this building in the 1980s with my family from my native Argentina. Raised my whole family, all my children, all 4 children were raised here, and we had a nice life here. Then in 2017, we got a notice from the owners saying that the building was seismically unsafe and it was going to be demolished. That was pretty surprising to me because I was here in 1989 when the earthquake happened, and this building didn't suffer any damage, nothing I could see. Nevertheless, this is what the owners were saying. So, this building is owned by one of the well-known community nonprofit agencies, and all the tenants, pretty much all the tenants, are first-generation immigrant families, and we are protected under fair housing. And bottom line is the owners had to tread lightly in their approach to asking us to move. And they were generally saying, yeah, you can move now, but we'll let you back. But the bottom line is they were telling us to move. Then we started to hear rumors that Zuckerberg and associates were hanging out in nearby bars and that they wanted the building for his own pleasure. Next, we got a letter that we had to be out by the summer, moved to a building that the owners had selected by 9th and Market, and that's when all 10 families got together and we decided that's it, we have to fight back. And so then we reached out to several of local agencies, organizations like La Raza, and we asked them for help, point blank. And that's when real negotiations started. But we wanted assurances. We didn't just want to move there, without knowing for sure that we could move back. Then the day came when the trucks were here and they packed us up and we moved over to this building. And we didn't like it. We didn't like the neighborhood. We didn't like the building. It was a whole different world. And for the next 6 months, the lawyers and the owners of the building negotiated back and forth, letter by letter, and finally we were told by the lawyers that we could move back. We got the green light, and I think it really just came down to the owners did not want a public scandal, because that's what it would have been. And we moved back, and as far as anyone could tell, all that had happened is they painted the apartments and put in new stoves. There was no retrofit, there was nothing. But we got to move back, and we won.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day, and we hope to see you soon.
I'm Marcus Dotus Equinimus.
Namaste. I'm Winsong Indigo.
Our first story tonight is
health.
That's not the top story. All right, Marcus, steady up. Focus on what you can control.
Well, what's more important than well-being?
Well, yes, a sound body and the practice of vigorous activity are crucial to the cultivation of virtue through
crystals. A new report confirms that jade in your right front pocket really can restore the flow to those kidneys.
That's from a study?
No, a report. My friend Dolphin reported it to me. Everybody knows how intuitive Dolphin is.
The obstacle is the way. Obstacle is the way. Our top story tonight is a 5-alarm fire in the Sunset. We go now to Draven Moore, live on the scene.
Hi, Marcus. Yeah, there's a fire, I guess.
Excuse me, Draven. I don't see the fire. Where are you?
Oh, that? Yeah, I'm a few blocks away. Parking was rough, and honestly, who cares? Here's close enough to there. Everything rots and decays.
Can you tell us whether or not there were any casualties?
No, but what does it matter? Whether in fires or car crashes, or girlfriend leaving us for Greg, we suffer for no reason and die. It's all just so pointless.
Draven? Hey, Draven? Draven, are you there? Draven.
Sounds like somebody needs some sage. Let's go now to Jean Desespoir with sports.
Merci, mes amis. There were many matches today, but to regale you with scores, as though these absurd numbers had meaning, I do not insult the audience. These games are like life, imbued seulement with the meaning we give them. MVP of the day was Evander Kane of the San Jose Sharks, who, in a game with the Red Wings of Detroit, lived authentically and received 3 penalties.
Jean, were they bad penalties?
Brutal. He lost the game for San Jose, but he disregarded the arbitrary rules of société and acted in accordance with a higher call, freedom. 3-2 Detroit.
Thank you, Jean. And maybe now we'll actually learn something with Sam Pollux in the forecast.
Well, Mars is still in retrograde, which means all of us, but especially those of us with a lot of Aries placements, need to be on high alert around our ambitions and our libidos.
I'm sorry, was that astrology?
Oh, wait, what should I be on alert for? You may feel stilted, but beware. Conflict may not necessarily be productive during this time, so be sure to introspect. Oh, and Virgos, no crosswalks tomorrow. Wow, really helpful information, Sam. I feel like we knew each other in a past life. I know what you mean.
Well, this has been News for the Soul. I hope you enjoyed it. Me, I'm indifferent. Thank you and good night.
Namaste.
Hello and welcome to the News Glory. I'm your news anchor, Chip Clydesdale. Today's top story is Brazilian Senator Chico Rodriguez was caught hiding cash between his butt cheeks. Police caught him in a planned raid amidst reports of misuse of COVID-19 response funding. He's at least getting some practice in for prison keistering. The federal police declined to speak, expressing the confidentiality of the matter. Hopefully we'll hear more of this story later. And now, for a weather report. It sure has been unusually hot these last few days. Stormy Mike will tell us how long this heat wave will continue. Over to you, Stormy Mike.
Well, we've been having unseasonably cold and foggy weather this time of year. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, Chip. According to Diana Henderson, the forecaster to the National Weather Service, does declare that the reason why for our cold and foggy weather is because we live in the middle of the ocean.
We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Do you love film? Are you excited about music production?
Isn't there anything more redeeming to report on? Or is this just a setup just to embarrass me? Who's on camera for Stormy Mike? Can't we get a better image? Who put this commercial together? I hope City College gets a refund for this one. I wish you guys would give me a raise. $2 a month isn't enough. Oh, it's going to be 3 now. Wow, awesome, thanks.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Cat Thunderslong. You know who it is. All right, I'm the realest and the illest sportscaster there is, dog. All right, and it was, and there ever will be. All right, I'm outside today because the punk is in his glory cut my segment out of the studio. So we outside, cheap bitches. All right, today we're gonna talk about what happened on football last week. All right, check out this play. All right, check this out. All right, you think it's a cool play, huh? Pretty cool play. Well, not that whacked as all right. Yo, I could have done way better than that. All right, dog. Way better, dog. I was and back in high school, dude. You know, you wouldn't know, but you know. All right. I was out here like, huh. All right, man. That's it for me, dog. All right. All right, check it. You've been listening to the best sportscast in the world. All right, #1. All right. Hey, tell Chip he's a bitch. All right. Later, I'm out.
Well, he's actually 266 in San Francisco. Wow, that was a horrible newscast. I'm out of here. I quit. What do you mean my contract is for life?
Hello! Welcome to Music Now, the program that is here to update you on what is happening in the music world. On today's show, we will talk about how the music world has changed this year. Because of the world being put into lockdown, a lot of events have been cancelled, including concerts, but not to worry, online concerts are here to save the day. Many singers in the US and overseas have taken their concerts from an in-person platform to an online hangout with the fans. This has allowed singers to use broadcasting tech in new and creative ways that allow them to get more personal with fans. Take the massive online convention as example, because they brought the whole experience to fans online twice this year, with major performances by Monsta X, Stray Kids, and 80s. Many singers have also participated in online performances for charity to help raise money to support people in these hard times. Staying at home has also changed the way music award shows are being broadcasted. More on that by my fellow music fan, Maria.
Thank you, Victor, for letting us know that the party doesn't have to stop when it comes to music. As many of you know, there are several music awards every year. The Video Music Awards, the Billboard Music Awards, and the Grammys, and they're held in different countries around the world. For the Video Music Awards and the Billboard Music Awards, they had it set up differently with social protocol standards. It did not stop for very exciting performances or major milestones made by artists winning exciting awards. For example, Lady Gaga won 5 awards, including the first Tricon Award. BTS won all their awards and performed at the Video Music Awards for the first time. Also, The Weeknd and the host Keke Palmer talked about Black Lives Matter and social justice and honoring lives that were lost. At the Billboard Music Awards, Killer Mike won an award for his activism as changemaker. Post Malone took home 9 awards, the most, and BTS won the 4th year in a row the Social Artist Award. This goes to show you that even though we may be stuck at home, we can still accomplish great things. One of the best ways of motivating yourself is by listening to great music. So here it is with Angie with our recommended playlist.
Thank you, Maria, on the updates on the awards, on how fans can give to their faves for their hard work and also for listening to the beats. And speaking of beats, Which are the ones that make you want to move your body? Or which ones are the ones that make you want to move forward in life? Here at Music No, my fellow music lovers and I have a few recommendations that could help change the way you are feeling today or even inspire you to do something. From our first house, Victor, we have a song called Whoa by Lil Baby, which is a nice hip-hop rap that is easy to vibe with. And up next in that same genre, we also have Time Flies by Drake, recommended by our editor, Cedric. And if you want something a little different, a Spanish song, listen to Tu Bien Lo Sabes by Hector Lavoe, which is my personal pick. For our last two songs, we have something that is a little less chill but more upbeat so that you can dance to. And first up, we have Happy by Pharrell Williams, which was suggested by our lovely second host, Maria. And last but not least, we have an international groove, Monsta X and Sebastian Yatra, called Magnetic, suggested by our producer, Karlie.
That is all the time we have today. Remember to follow a beat that moves you. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wow. Those are some pretty good videos, huh? So what'd you think? Remember, we've got a live chat room and we'd love to hear what you think. Talk to your friends, have some fun. Remember, tell us what your favorite video was. Now, in this next group of videos, this comes from our final class project, and these were determined after each student made their own pitch for a 3 to 5 minute piece. Then the class voted. The two pieces that got the most votes, well, that's what got chosen for our class to produce. So, without further delay, here are the final class projects from Studio Video Production 2020. Take it away, Johnny.
Greetings, I am Paul. I am here to react to your interior world on this primitive screen.
Greetings, I am Andromeda.
Hello. Hello, you crazy earthlings. My name's Andy. I'm an android from Marvel.
Today, we will react to the different videos of Earth culture. Let's begin.
Deixa-me trabalhar. Deixa-me trabalhar.
Fascinating.
Oh my! Oh, that looks so good. They look so plump and fluffy. I can smell them almost in a pan right now, frying up with some onions and mushrooms.
What do you think?
What do I think of what?
The video you watched on the screen.
What video? Well, the screen lit up in strange ways and it made quite enjoyable sounds. I quite like that.
It was adorable. I truly enjoyed seeing humans succumb to their weaknesses. I'll take note of that. Employ furry creatures.
I could barely wash. I got beast attempted to rid the man's facial protection away.
I'm famished now.
I have seen this before. Wait, is that...
I thought we would see the vehicle crash. Thank goodness the good neighbor was there to protect our ass.
A rather hilarious video, if I may say so. Classic. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now, how do I devise something to scare humans on a large scale?
I expected another funny video, but this one made me scared. I think if I could poop, I'd do as you earthlings say, my pants. Ugh, my.
I thought it was just lights on the screen to you. How did you know what video it was?
They told me you do not use your ears to see.
Okay.
Have you ever had a dream that you
Now I understand why Earth is so behind.
Oh.
him to do you so much you could do anything?
Ew.
You do.
You there?
Please calm down.
A message from my brother. It's been so long.
What was the message?
It's Friday. Wink.
I'm not sure what to make out of that, but it definitely made me laugh. I'm all full of kicks and giggles now.
So, what do you think of these videos overall?
I am mostly disgusted by you Earthlings, yet you have aided to my valuable research to end your existence. Thank you.
Yeah, these videos suck. But however, I did like to receive that message though. Alright? Wink.
Welcome to Stories from Our Elders. I'm your host, Peter Stickney. Our segment today is titled Makoto's World of Music. Here's a snapshot of Makoto Horiuchi's life. The December 7, 1941 Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor was the event that defined a generation. Its immediate outcome was a declaration of war against Japan and the issuance of Executive Order 9066, the forced internment of all Japanese American persons of Japanese ancestry into concentration camps for the duration of the war. One of the families that endured that ordeal was the Horiuchi family from Seattle, Washington. Fortunately, the family was able to leave the camp as the Horiuchis were able to obtain employment teaching Japanese to the military staff. So their son Makoto was born on the outside. However, due to security concerns, that job did not last long, and the family was allowed to stay outside in Colorado, although jobless and penniless.
So Makoto, can you tell us a little bit about the earlier years in your life?
Well, I grew up in Colorado. I was born during the war and then grew up shortly after the war. At 18, I left and went to University of Washington. And I always felt like kind of alienated in Colorado. And so I went to school at University of Washington in Seattle. And I happened to meet Larry Coryell. Larry and I kind of hit it off. We both loved music. So we started listening to music together and listening to all this wonderful music that was in Seattle.
Can I ask, did you feel more like at home when you went to Washington and started getting into the music thing?
Yeah, because there wasn't as much of a racial undercurrent at that time in the Northwest.
Is there a specific moment that you can remember when you decided that this was going to be your career?
You know, I never even thought about that as a career. It was just like a passion, right? Mm-hmm. And so I just followed wherever it went. So like from Seattle, so after school, after college, I went back to Colorado, and then Larry came through, and then he went to New York, and then I kind of followed him there.
How did that end up working out with meeting Quincy Jones?
Oh, so then I started forming my own band, and so I started writing my own music, and then I got a group of musicians together, and we did a recording, and then I decided to turn it into an album, and I put it out on an independent label. Quincy heard it, and he picked it up, and I became part of Quest Records. It dropped me in the middle of this, it was like a hurricane of energy and money.
So can you tell us a little about the soundtrack you were asked to compose?
I don't know how I met Lonnie Ding. I guess she just heard about me. As she called me up, she said she needed a soundtrack for this film that she was making.
Mm-hmm. What was the film about?
The second generation Japanese that were thrown into camp. At a certain point, they were asked if they had allegiance to America and would they serve in the army. And they, against all odds, they went through this line of German fortifications and rescued a Texas combat unit. So that was a story about them and how they got there and what happened to them. Yeah, pretty crazy. War is so crazy.
So where are you now, Makoto, and where do you see yourself going in the future?
Now I see myself, well, I started Cool Tone, and I want to like build hopefully like a collective of musicians and artists that we can build off of, that where it's music, that people are playing music. And Duke Ellington said, there's good music and there's the other music. I think the thing is you got to follow your passion. But the thing about following your passion is that you have to do it every day. It has to become a part of you. Follow your passion, follow your dream.
I hope you enjoyed Makoto's World of Music. I'm your host, Peter Stickney. Have a good day and take care.
Hey guys, what did you guys think? I mean, I can see the chat is blowing up with compliments. I couldn't be any happier with all of my students. That is from the prof. Good job, guys. With all of my students. Stunning. I totally agree. Good job, guys. With all of my post-production was so good. Paid attention to details, incorporated so many B-roll shots. That's straight from the professor's mouth, y'all. Good job. I thought the editing was amazing on both. It was so interesting to me that we had like two different directions we went in. We had a super funny, silly, great one, and then we had like a very serious look at like a super interesting dude with, you know, a crazy past. As people are saying in the chat, like it's very important that we realize this happened, you know, within a lifetime. Have to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, professor says she's going to miss all of us too.
It's amazing. I have to say, it's been amazing how fast we can get a video done with good teamwork too.
Mm-hmm. It's been amazing. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining us. And on behalf of everyone, I'd like to thank our instructors, Andrea and Carmen, for teaching us during these tough times and adjusting to the online format.
And I'd like to thank everyone who has joined our stream to watch the amazing work us students have worked really hard for while working from home and maintaining the social distance.
Yeah. Well, guys, it's been a fun semester. Until next time, we're your hosts. For Noel, I'm Annette.
And Alex. And until next year, guys, please take care, stay safe, and please wear a mask out there.